So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah of Horror, and here on my channel I review movies, TV shows, and anything else I find interesting to talk about. But yes, today I'm going to be talking about a movie that I rewatched yesterday. I got this feeling, I was like, I want to rewatch it and I want to talk about it. And it is Body Bags. Yes, so sorry that I'm uploading an episode today when it's Monday, when I usually do it on Sundays. But yesterday I only had time to watch the movie and then I had so many other things to do. So I just didn't simply have the time to record my review or edit. But today I had the time, so hopefully it's okay. But yeah, let's go into the review. I have it on Blu-ray. And yeah, I was very excited to rewatching it. I didn't really remember that much besides kind of the morgue thing that kind of ties everything together. So I was really looking forward to rewatching all the segments. Okay, so Body Bags. It's from 1993. It's directed by John Carpenter and Tobe Hooper, and there's also like an uncredited one for Larry Sulkis. So this movie is a TV movie, but it is kind of sectioned into 3 segments. So the first one is the gas station, the second one is hair, and the third one is eye. But yeah, let's move on to the first segment, the gas station. It is starring Robert Carradine, Alex Thatcher, David Naughton, and Wes Craven himself. Yeah, so in this one, we have this young woman, Anne. She is working her first night shift at this gas station. So she just arrives, everything is explained to her, and then the other person that switches shifts with her leaves. And she starts working there, and then she finds herself being stalked by a crazy maniac. Yeah, so I always like felt a bit like getting the creeps whenever I have heard about someone or see someone working alone during the night at a gas station, because there have just been so many horrific and terrifying real things that have happened to people that have worked the night shift alone, especially women. And so yeah, this kind of got me like from the start. I was like, you know what? This is not going to be good, watching Body Bags, of course. But yeah, so I kind of could relate that kind of eerie feeling, because I would be very terrified if I was in her position, even though she kind of worked in this booth thing where no one walks into the store. She can just kind of hand the things they want through a little tray thing. Yeah, but yeah, of course things happen, and then suddenly a maniac is stalking her. And yeah, I do like this segment a lot, just because of the eerie, creepy atmosphere that surrounded the gas station, especially when no one was there. It was just all quiet, it was all dark because it was in the middle of the night. And I think the ambient sounds were really, really good. And of course, everyone did such a really good job. But Alex Thatcher as Anne, definitely the best. It was also fun to see David Naughton in this one, the main character from An American Werewolf in London. It was fun to see him again. It was fun to see like Wes Craven and a few other faces in like these minor roles. So already in the first segment, we get the tension, we get the excitement, we just get the kind of eerie creepiness that I think a movie like Body Bags need to start with. And yeah, I really like this segment, and I think it's a strong one to start with. Let's move on to the next segment. So the next segment is called Hair. It's starring Stacy Keach, David Warner, Sheena Easton, and Debbie Harry, aka Blondie. So yeah, we see Stacy Keach as Richard, and we see him kind of combing his hair. We know that he's a bit worried about his hair thinning out a bit, losing his hair, and he's trying to kind of come over it and try to find some style or something that can save his hair, make it look like it's not thinning. And his wife is like, it's fine, just accept who you are, and it's fine if it's, thinning, it's okay. but he wants to, do anything to try and save his hair. And then he finds this weird ad through the television, and he goes to this clinic. He tries out the experiment, but it doesn't go the way he expects it to go. Yeah, so with a story like that, you can almost guess kind of what happens. You can almost guess that, it will not go in the way that Richard or his character is hoping for. But you just want to know what kind of punchline is in this one. Yeah, it is a cozy episode. It doesn't have that kind of eerie, creepy feeling like the gas station had, because this is a kind of totally different vibe. And I honestly kind of forgot what the kind of climax was, so I was positively surprised. And I kind of think that the effects in this one very charming, kind of stop motiony esque a little bit, yeah, computerized, and it worked for me. I thought it was very charming, like the end scenes, so to speak. And yeah, Stacey Keach did a really good job as Richard, and I also liked the Debbie Harris in this one, Blondie. She was a nurse in this one, and yeah, she was just perfect. So I don't know, it was like the way she spoke, the way she delivered her lines were really good. So, and we also got this like uh, good cut-ins of people with like long, luscious, full hair, and yeah, it was just very good cut-ins, and it really kind of made us viewers aware of how Richard was feeling. Because, I can relate, hair is important, it's important to me, and if I was starting to lose it, I would also be kind of sad. So I do understand that the struggle of your hair being very important to you. So of course I wanted to see Richard have a happy ending, but if you did, that is up for you to find out if you watch this movie. So yeah, this was another fun segment. I think it was right to do something a bit different from like the first segment from the gas station. So yeah, this is a good follow-up to that segment. But let's move on to the last like kind of main segment. Okay, so in this one we have Mark Hamill, Twiggy, and Roger Corman. So Mark Hamill, he plays Brent, who is a baseball star, kind of. And he is on his way home to his wife Twiggy when he gets into a car accident that leaves him losing an eye. So he wakes up the next day having lost the eye, and it's like, I'm a baseball player. That is actually the eye that I measured things out with in baseball. And then a doctor comes to him and he suggests that there is a like new treatment or new experiment where they will like transplant an entire eye and he will get a new eye. And he's like all for it. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then he starts having kind of complications because that eye used to belong to a not very nice man. So yeah, we have kind of heard about these stories before, like where someone loses a limb or a part of their body. They have like an experimental operation. They get a replacement part, but that part belonged to like some evil criminal, and then they start behaving like that. So it's not like an original new story, but I do like the take that this segment has, like it's with an eye. And so I think that at least made it a little bit fresh. And I do like Mark Hamill and Twiggy in this one as a married couple. They do have good chemistry. And I think Twiggy really shined in this one. She was very good. She delivered her lines very well and very believable. So I think she was definitely the right choice as his wife in this segment. And we do get some bloody scenes, and I like that. And I really like the kind of flashbacks or the kind of evil memories or thoughts that he got, and how Mark Hamill kind of switched between his two like personalities. He did it so naturally, and it was, I mean, fun maybe the wrong word to use here, but it was impressive to watch that. And also Roger Corman in a small role was also fun to watch. But yeah, I think this one works really well as kind of closing all of the main segments together. And yeah, I really like that one as well. But yeah, out of all of them, I think probably the gas station one is still the best segment in my opinion. But yeah, let's move on to the kind of overall segment that kind of ties everything together. So we have the morgue, and we have John Carpenter as the kind of narrator, like the kind of crypt keeper ish character who, you know, ties every story together, leads us into the next one, and cracks a few jokes down at the morgue. And, you know, obviously we get the crypt keeper feeling, or I got the crypt keeper feeling. Did this character work as well as the crypt keeper from the Tales from the Crypt? In my opinion, no. I don't think that the jokes were as good or delivered in a way that made them like hilarious and stand out as John Cassier did in Tales from the Crypt. But I think they are funny enough. They work enough, but it's just not up to that level as the Crypt Keeper himself. But you know, that is fine. I still think John Carpenter did a really good job. He really tried. He really did the best he could with what he got. I read that body bags, they were very limited on time. He couldn't be there for longer than an etc. amount of days. So I understand everything had to be rushed. And, you know, they did the best they could. And with what they had, of course, with the time limitations and everything else that was, you know, a hindrance from whatever they had in mind from the beginning. But yeah, we do get a lot of good gore with the bodies in the morgue and some funny punchlines. And I think the wraparound segment, the morgue, really works well. They chose that location and segment, and of course John Carpenter, really well. So yeah, Body Bags is a fun film, also a little bit creepy film, and it feels like a very cozy TV movie with good casting, some good effects, some funny punchlines, creative stories. But let's see. How many body bags will this one fill? I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, so an 8 out of 10 to body bags. And of course, I had to wear my Halloween hoodie, you know, to honor John Carpenter in this one, of course. And of course, Tobe Hooper also directed this one, the Eye segment. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And of course, I want to know your thoughts about body bags in the comments below. Just let me know, of course. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment something for the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, maybe you should. You know, it's free and it will help me out a lot. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, of course. Bye.